the Eagles, although despite my my hate of the new logo and the new font and whatever, there is a new safety in town. Ooh, I like this. I like that Vince Quinn's now trying to put the T-shirt mounted beautifully on the mic stand and have it displayed all the time. Hey,
look at that.
I like that. I like that very much. I also like, I'm going to screw his name up because I've heard it pronounced 3 ways.
Yes.
Jakeski. Anybody have
it's funny because neither of those are the two that I've heard, which is Jaquiski is what I've seen.
Jaquiski,
what I've heard the most, because I was like, I have no idea. Jaquiski is what I've heard from people who cover the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
It's Jaquiski. I've watched some videos on that.
Well, Jaquiski Tartt, a very maligned, debated, I would say, safety in San Francisco, and of course it doesn't help when you drop an interception that could probably have beaten the Rams and took a Jimmy G to the Super Bowl this year. But outside of that, I think the Eagles got a very good quality safety. And if I had to describe him to you, I look at him and I look at, he's Ronald Darby. Like, he is a guy that should be way better than he is in his skill set. Has phenomenal tracking skills. I think puts a lot of pressure on where he needs to in zone coverage. A lot of San Francisco 49ers people I talked to said, like, nothing really beats him deep. Him and Anthony Harris's skill sets are very similar. Body and weight also very similar in that regard. But, I mean, it's up and down. The obvious freaking boring take is you're a DB for a reason, and that's why you're not a wide receiver. So, first and foremost, that happens. But, I'm down with that. I like a safety who can come out and make plays and has the range to do so and has the ability to look like a Pro Bowler sometimes. But, this is kind of like, is it my wife or is it my mother-in-law? Like, it's which one is it? And most of the time I feel like San Francisco fans look and go, that's my mother-in-law, that's not my wife. And we're kind of having this vibe of like, oh, here it comes. Here comes Tartt, and he's going to be this beautiful new shiny safety. And I don't think that's what this is. This is just an opportunity for a guy to prove that San Francisco fucked him up a little bit, injury-prone-ish. But I really like this signing overall. I think it's much better than what they had in their backfield.
Yeah, I'm so confused by the mother-in-law or my wife.
It's the most famous painting in the world. The guy draws a painting, and you either see your mother-in-law, an old woman, or you see a beautiful young woman. Like, it's kind of like
the dress.
Which way is this? That's how he described Sam Bradford as well. Is it the mother-in-law or is it the wife? And it was the mother-in-law.
Okay. The font sucks on that painting. Now, when it goes to Jaquiski Tartt, here's my thing. Because first off, he's competition, right? I don't see him as a guy that's a clear-cut starter at any position. I really don't believe it. He's not clear-cut. It's a competition. It just is. They signed him in the middle of June. They signed him in the middle of June for nothing.
Who?
For Harris and Epps.
Okay. Yeah. Jaquiski Tartt's better than both of them.
He's started in San Francisco for a while. He's been hurt a ton. His biggest thing is, every highlight I see is him laying people out. That's if his big skill set is he's a physical in the box safety. He's competing. He might be a third guy that comes in certain situations. And here's where I'll get spicy for you, John. Here we go, baby.
I love spice.
Maybe he's a linebacker once in a while.
Right?
Absolutely. I know.
How dare you?
There you go. That's it. We're getting spicy with safeties playing linebacker and font takes. That's where we go. But that's what I see him as. He is a competing piece. He started in big games, so I like that, right? San Francisco, for him being there his whole career, he's a second-round pick. He was a guy that people thought had talent. He did develop. He started for a long time. He's played in the Super Bowl, all that kind of stuff. So that's all well and good. It's good to have him in the locker room. You need professional depth here. So whether he starts, he's a third safety, whatever, it's better for the team. They need it there desperately because they didn't draft Kyle Hamilton. Now, there you go. So with all of that being the case,
can't wait for him to be bad.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be my favorite thing.
It's going to be so good.
I feel so bad because he didn't do anything wrong to us, but it's Vince Quinn's fault.
No. He's hitting the Pro Bowl this year. You're welcome. So with all that stuff,
in the CFL,
it's a low-risk signing. It's the kind of guy that you bring in. This is a nice rounding out the roster move. It's just it's a nice, safe play. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if he gets hurt, who cares? You sign him for nothing. It's a one-year deal. It doesn't matter.
The competition is between Epps and Kayvon Wallace, whose names don't appear to shoot out of our mouth at any given time. They are fighting for safety number 3. If anyone thinks Harris or Tartt is not going to start, you are on Vince Quinn drugs right now because, like,
They're in the pineapple.
I understand that when a coach vehemently says we believe in Marcus Epps and he's going to be here to do whatever, like
Hey, Wentz is still here, right?
It's the same thing as saying Jalen Hurts is our guy because we couldn't get Russell Wilson. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
so like
it is.
there is no way that either one of these guys are not starting unless they're not healthy going into the season. They are your starting safeties for your Philadelphia Eagles, and that is a great thing. Like, if that's the final piece of starters that has to round out what they've done with Bradbury and, like, all the stuff we had mentioned on, like, you have to get a Kyle Hamilton. You've got to go get a Honey Badger. I will take Tartt and Bradbury cheap on a 1-year deal, punt it down the road, see where Anthony Harris is not going to – well, here's my thing. Here's the only thing I'll say. I don't think Anthony Harris is going to be particularly good this year. So week 6 or 7, yes, we might see Epps there. We might see Kayvon Wallace there. I don't know, but I really like the defense a lot now. Keeps getting better. Like it feels like every 2 weeks we just got to wait, and there's just another little piece there. There's some depth to be traded as we're desperately waiting for training camp to start and all that. I don't know, man.
Yeah, look, you're changing things over. You want people that fit what you're trying to do, the way they've turned this whole thing around in a year, essentially. Yeah, I mean, look, it's pretty impressive, and I'm actually excited for this defense to see what they can do, where before I just thought Gannon sucked.